Welcome to the final clip in our series called Conducting a Systematic Search of Subject Headings and Keywords in the EBSCO Health Databases. In this clip we will show you how to locate MeSH and CINAHL headings and why they are important. We will then construct a line-by-line systematic search, also known as a multi-strand search, incorporating these subject headings, along with the keywords already generated by us in our original search table. This approach can help ensure we are creating a more systematic search to strike a balance between a sensitive and specific search, and one that will maximize our retrieval of relevant results for our research question. Finally, we will use database features and limiters and filters to save searches and search alerts, locate specific kinds of health evidence, and export results to EndNote. In clips 1 and 2, we broke down our research question by using the PICO search framework. The question was, in women experiencing menopause or perimenopause, how effective are nursing interventions in reducing night sweats and hot flushes? Here is the search strategy table we generated to capture the separate PICO concepts and elements, broken down into search lines that we will now use to help form our line-by-line search in Medline. This one does not yet have the MeSH terms added to it, but we will soon find these and incorporate MeSH headings into the strategy. Just a reminder, the subject headings are essentially the terms preferred by databases. Sometimes these terms will vary quite a lot from our generated keywords, so they are important to use so that we can ensure a systematic and thorough search of our research topic. You can access the EBSCO Health Database by clicking on the Databases link when you're on the library's home page if we know which database we want to search in. The other way to get there is to click on your Health Disciplines Library Guide and view a list of key databases. Just pop into the health subject header and you can scroll down to nursing and you'll find Medline is second on the list. You'll need to log in using your regular details, and then it's always a good idea to sign in to your My EBSCO account or create an account if you haven't already, and this will allow you to use your advanced features. In all the EBSCO databases, including Medline, it defaults to the display of 3 search lines. If you need extra search lines, particularly if you have a PICO topic that includes both an intervention and comparison intervention, please click on Add Row to include a line for your extra concept. Just remember, it is best to limit the number of search lines and concepts, because the more you include, the more you will limit your results. Also, interventions and comparators are often added on the same line with the Boolean operator OR. Now you can start to test the search by cutting and pasting the keywords and synonyms you came up with in your search table to get you started. We'll pop the search as we created it in the previous video in these search lines for a basic advanced search to begin with. Then we will show you as a combined search. There is also the capacity to structure this via our PICO button off to the right here. Just so you are aware, there are a variety of ways to search for the same topic. All you need to do is cut and paste those search lines. If we now click Peer Reviewed and Search, this will yield 116 results. We will now conduct a combined search because this will more easily help us search for and incorporate MeSH terms or CINAHL headings if you are searching there. MeSH stands for Medical Subject Headings that are used by the U.S. National Library of Medicine to index and describe various health topics. Including these search terms is important in a systematic literature review, particularly a full-blown systematic review that requires adherence to PRISMA, as it will allow for a more consistent and precise search than keywords alone. I have started a new search and cleared all fields. I'll just pop in the first search line, but I'll also search for some more keywords under the MeSH header to see if there are other MeSH terms that can be added to the population element of our PICO search. Now we'll search for the term menopause under our MeSH header and see what it brings up. You can see many terms here, and if you'd like to expand, you can see the subheadings. So we'll tick menopause, and we'll have a look at what other terms there are. If you see a term that you don't recognize, you can click on it and see the scope notes. And whilst this term was unfamiliar to me, it seems like it's a good fit for our search. So we'll include that one. I'm also having a look for the term perimenopause. So you might need to go to the next lot of search results to find what you're after. Once I'm happy with all of the terms, I will add them to my search. We will now ensure the Boolean operator linking the two search lines is correct. And we need it to be an OR between them because they're all similar search terms. Clicking Search Now, the search line should look like this. And you can see the correct Boolean operators in play. This population or problem part of your PICO search now yields approximately 91,000 results. Now we will work on the intervention part of our PICO question. It is important to clear your search bar here by clicking on New Search on the left-hand side and double-checking that all the search boxes are clear. We'll cut and paste the intervention part of our PICO question. Thinking about our MeSH terms, we'll pull out some of the terms from this search line, nursing intervention and nursing care, and have a look for those. Scrolling down, I'll choose nursing care, and having a look through, the next relevant term will be nurse's role. So we'll select both of those, add them to search. We'll double check how it is being combined. We want that to be an OR, and then we'll now search. We can see that this has gathered over 300,000 search results. Again, we'll clear our search by creating a new search, ensure all the fields are clear. And because we don't have a comparison intervention in this case, we will move on to the third element of our PICO question, the outcome search line, and repeat the same process to find the MeSH terms. Pop in that search line, going to the MeSH terms. We will search for hot flush and see what it brings up. Even though we've said flush, it's brought up flashes, as that's the American term, and that's okay. So we'll click that one and add it to our search. Change that operator to OR. And when we search for those results, we're getting around 24,000. Now that we've completed the 3 searches for the 3 PICO lines, and we've included those MeSH headings, we need to combine the searches, and we do that by popping into Recent Activity. And you can see here that we have the 3 searches listed as S1, S2, S3. So we will want to combine those. So we'll select all, and we want to combine with AND. Up the top, you'll notice the 3 searches combined with the operator AND, and we just need to click Search. We also want to click Peer Reviewed, and you'll notice that the results are 124. This is slightly higher than our first search that didn't include MeSH terms, which highlights how important it is to use these terms to ensure a thorough and systematic search to pick up on other presentations of similar keywords, such as hot flushes and hot flashes, and potentially retrieve more articles. Sometimes the gap will be much larger than you expect, and you will miss crucial papers, which is especially important to consider when conducting a search for a systematic review. Now let's review the articles for relevancy. As you scroll down, you can see some brief information about each article. You can immediately access the PDF or read the article. If you'd like to know more about the article, just click on the title and you can read the full abstract. If we are looking for specific kinds of health evidence, such as systematic reviews, we can click on Advanced Search and then scroll down and select Systematic Reviews to limit to these kind of results. And this is a good option if you are looking for articles that sit at the top of the secondary source section of the level of evidence pyramid. You might also want to consider filtering the publication type to select other types of primary sources, such as randomized controlled trials. And this will help you to screen the quality of the evidence we are retrieving. Once you are happy with all of your results, you can click this box on the left, and you'll see a variety of functions show here. The download icon will save the details of retrieved articles as a PDF or Word format. The save icon can save results to your profile, and the plus icon can save these results to a project, which makes it easy to store your results in relation to reviews or assignments or tasks you're working on. The share button enables you to share to OneDrive or Google Drive or send the results to an email to yourself or others. And this is the Cite feature. And this enables you to create a citation for the articles in referencing formats such as APA 7th. Although it is important to check the references it generates because sometimes they're not 100% accurate. So please cross-check them against our library guide for referencing. To save your search, you will need to click on Recent Activity, highlight the search that you want to save, and click the Save button. This will store your search strategy for retrieval later, and so that it can be edited if needed. And you can also add this search to a project with your article results. This is an important step to take if you are following the PRISMA guidelines that require you to capture your research results in detail for a particular database, or if you need to capture it for a learning task. Once happy with the results after screening them and appraising the evidence, we can add those search lines with MeSH terms to our search table to ensure we've captured the search for PRISMA purposes if we are conducting a systematic review, or to capture results for our learning tasks. Thank you for watching. Please reach out to the library with any further questions.